Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're cutting straight to the neuroscience of personal growth.
Yep.
Our whole mission here is to distill the three evidence-based habits that can actually change your cognitive architecture.
To really shift you from that fixed mindset to a growth mindset.
Exactly.
So maybe we should just, define the terms quickly. The fixed mindset is that belief that your talents are just static. They're baked in.
Right, so your whole focus is on looking smart.
Exactly. Whereas the growth mindset is the understanding that, well, ability is malleable, it develops, failure isn't a verdict, it's just data.
And this is where it gets really interesting because this isn't just philosophy, this is biology. It's neuroplasticity. The most surprising thing I found in the material was that the fixed mindset doesn't just feel limiting it physically blocks the brain.
Right. The study showed that when people with a fixed mindset reviewed their mistakes, there was, virtually zero processing activity.
They're shutting down the very machinery they need to learn from the error.
It's a functional cognitive suppression. So the goal here, the whole point of these habits, is to intentionally rewire the brain, to make these new strategies automatic.
Okay, so we need a tool to unblock the system first. That brings us to habit 1. The practice of metacognitive reflection.
Which is really just a fancy way of saying, thinking about your thinking.
It's the diagnostic tool. It's how you spot your fixed mindset triggers. Maybe it's negative feedback or a big new challenge.
And for you listening, the most actionable way to do this is what we call the thought observation pause.
Okay, what does that look like in practice?
When that voice of self-criticism gets loud, you just stop for 30 seconds and you just observe the thoughts. Non-judgmentally.
Like watching clouds pass by.
Exactly like that. It creates psychological distance, and it crucially interrupts that threat response loop.
But that reflection has to lead to action, right? Otherwise, it's just, navel gazing.
It has to. And the bridge is just one simple question you ask yourself. What is one thing I can do with this insight?
Which leads directly into habit 2.
The discipline of process-oriented effort. This is about shifting from a performance orientation, which is about proving what you know,
to a mastery orientation, right, where you're focused on actually developing the ability. The process is the point.
The process is everything.
But effort is costly.
Right.
From the brain's perspective, sustained effort needs some kind of reward signal to keep going.
Absolutely. And that's why we have to set process goals, not just outcome goals.
So instead of win the championship,
it's focus on bending my knees during each of these next 10 trials. That gives you immediate, verifiable little wins.
Which means little pulses of dopamine.
Those are the pulses the brain needs to justify the cost of long-term commitment.
Okay, so that brings us to habit 3, the language of resilience. This is about restructuring that internal dialogue.
And this is probably the fastest intervention. It directly affects your physiological state. It calms the nervous system right when a trigger hits.
And the core tactic here is almost ridiculously simple.
It is. It's the power of one word, yet. When you think, I can't master this skill, you just add, yet.
I can't master this skill yet.
It instantly puts the problem into a temporal growth context. Yeah. It's no longer a fixed judgment about you. It's just a temporary status on a path.
So you've built a whole engine here. Habit 1, reflection, is the diagnosis. It spots the trigger.
Then habit 3, language, intervenes with that yet reframe.
And finally, habit 2, process focus, defines the immediate strategic action you're going to take.
It's an integrated system, but we have to be clear, this isn't an overnight fix, this kind of neurological rewiring. It takes consistent practice, 3 to 6 months, typically.
So wrapping this all up, what's the big takeaway? The mindset shift isn't really about achieving perfection. It's more about the journey itself, about living in alignment with your values.
It's a lifelong commitment to growth. Which I think leaves us with one final provocative thought for you. If this whole mindset makeover is really just a commitment to harnessing your own neuroplasticity, what is one limiting belief you hold right now that if you only added the word yet would instantly transform into a brand new field of limitless potential?